Red Bull is lacking performance. Who knows what is going to happen next with the Red Bull's team? And now it looks like Red Bull is not even near to winning this season. Red Bull appear to be on track for a large haul of points at the 2022 season opening Bahrain Grand Prix. But then, 3 laps from the finish, it all went wrong, with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez retiring. So is 2022 championships really getting out of hands of Red Bull? And will they lose this time after beating 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton last year? What caused the double retirement of Max Verstappen and his partner? Red Bull has been at their worst since the beginning of this season with several issues related to the car, and the worst fuel pump issue has been the major reason that could lead the team out straight out of the championships. Recently, Christian Horner admitted that the late double retirement was the worst that could happen to the team. "I can't remember the last time that happened to us, but it's obviously your worst nightmare." Now, Red Bull suspects Verstappen and Perez were both hit by a similar fuel pump issue, which meant the Honda combustion engine couldn't be fed with the remaining fuel in the car. Horner says, "We just need to get the cars back, get the fuel system apart, and understand, because we know the fuel was in there. That's frustrating. We just need to get on top of this issue and fight back next weekend." Verstappen had fought valiantly with eventual winner Charles Leclerc for much of the race and appeared to be settling for a second when he began to complain about steering and power unit issues on his Red Bull RB18. Passed on lap 54 or 57 by third-place Carlos Sainz Ferrari, who had nearly overtaken the ailing Verstappen on a safety car restart 3 laps earlier. Verstappen's problems proved terminal and the Dutchman retired from the race. Verstappen described the finish as frustrating, capping off a miserable day for the reigning World Drivers' Champion. Verstappen was asked if he was feeling mixed emotions given his strong performance over the weekend. He replied, "I think at the end, what is the biggest problem is that we scored 0 points with a competitive car, and of course on the days when you have tiny issues, or you're not entirely happy with the balance, you have to consolidate and score a point. And what we did today is of course extremely painful." For Verstappen, it marked a disappointing start to his title defense, with Ferrari taking a 1-2 finish and Mercedes rival Lewis Hamilton taking 15 points for third place. Now, when the Red Bulls failed to finish, it became clear that both drivers' power units were starved out of fuel, despite having plenty of ExxonMobil's E10 in their tanks. In other words, something in the RB18's fuel system had failed, and it was not picking up the last few liters needed to get the cars to the finish line. The intriguing part of the story was that F1 fuel systems are now made up of elements supplied by the team, the power unit manufacturer, and third parties who want FIA bids to supply standard components to the entire grid, specifically 2 types of fuel pumps. As a result, the big question in the aftermath of the race, did one of the generic items fail in both cars, resulting in a hugely frustrating double retirement caused by something not manufactured by Red Bull technology or Honda? And if that's the case, was there something in the packaging that the team or its engine partner was responsible for that caused it to fail only on the 2 RB18s and not on any other car? Red Bull Motorsport boss Helmut Marko hinted that the problem was with an outside supply's key component. What we suspect is that there are problems with the fuel pump for both cars, but the fuel pump doesn't come from us. We just have to take it, and we never had this problem before. That's the strange thing. Horner, however, was unable to identify any specific failure. It looks like a similar issue on both cars. We don't know exactly what it is yet, whether it's a lift pump, whether it's the collector or something along those lines, but we got to get into it and understand exactly what caused it. Now there's a good chance that whatever happened was caused by the temperature. In this season was the first time the 2022 cars raced with the new E10 fuel in real-world conditions, with the drivers frequently training other cars. High brakes and engine temperatures were a problem down the pit lane. Perhaps it was no coincidence that the Red Bull failures occurred shortly after the field had been placed under safety car conditions. We've seen cars grind to a halt in the past when something gets too hot, when running slowly, especially early in the season. Keeping the fuel cool is always a challenge for teams because the regulations state that the use of any device on board the car to decrease the temperature of the fuel is prohibited. That rule appears to be from the era of atmospheric engines, when cooler fuel provided a performance advantage that doesn't apply as much to today's V6 turbo. Fans must now wait for an official analysis from Red Bull, and the team may be in a rush to make any necessary repairs before next weekend. Now we think that the Bulls are getting ready for the next race, and they will be entering with new strategies for wins. Do you think Red Bull will manage to enhance their performance? Will they overcome their flaws and win this season? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for the most amazing F1 latest news coming your way. And thank you for watching.